Hi everyone. Today we are going to talk about a method to remain constantly happy and content. In life, we always want happiness and contentment. Uh, Now, where we look for happiness and contentment is a question mark because usually we look for happiness and contentment in either other people, in other things, in situations being right and being my way. But sometimes we experience happiness and sometimes we don't. Sometimes, even if things outside, people outside are good to us, situations are good, we have enough, say, material things, or people around us are good, but still, sometimes or the other, from time to time, we do experience something lacking, something missing. So even if we have some everything in terms of outside, but there is sometimes this feeling of lacking. There is not constant happiness. So, what is the method that we can adopt to remain constantly happy and constantly content, constantly full? And to really remain constantly happy and content, we have to go deeper within and realize it deeply, who am I really? Because our happiness and our contentment is dependent, or we identify it based on our identity of the self. So, for example, if I identify myself or I am a child of a big king, and so if I keep having this thought that, I'm a child of a king, I am constantly happy because I feel that I am on the top of the world and I have everything I need and I am a ruler because I'm a child of a ruler. But on the other hand, if I am, say, for example, if I am not so well, or if I identify myself based on some material things that I'm lacking, then I cannot always be happy. So, based on what I identify myself with, I either experience happiness or I don't. I either experience contentment or I don't. So, if I truly understand who I truly am, then I can always remain happy and content. So, I am going to introduce to you a concept which I called as an extra concept. But to be able to really understand that, first of all, we need to understand, who am I? And as we go through life, we play different roles, different responsibilities, different relationships. And there is this time that all of us, which is unavoidable, that we have to go through something called death. So, if everything that I was relying on, my relationships, my roles, or my possessions, and even my body for that matter, but then everything is temporary. So then who am I really? So if we deeply, deeply realize we are these energy beings whom different religions will call it differently. Some will say spirit, some say spiritual energy, some say soul. So if I am this energy being who is using this body, who itself is completely full, because an energy being who doesn't need anything, who is free from the the idea of neediness. There's no neediness, there is no longing for anything because I am an energy being. So, if truly I am an energy being, and so if I look at myself detached from this body and just see myself as this energy being who was always there and who will always remain even if this body perishes tomorrow, then I realize deeply that because I am this energy being, I am constantly full. I do not really need anything outside to make me feel good. Now, when I come into connection with the body, then everything else matters. But if there is no connection with the body, then I realize that I am full because I am energetic being. So if we can shift our consciousness from being this role, this relationship, or the owner of some possessions to who we truly are as energy beings who are constantly full. So, if I keep this in my awareness that I am this energy being who is constantly full, who's constantly full of peace, love, happiness, power, purity, and I do not need anything because I am this energy being, then whatever I see, feel, experience through this body becomes an extra. So, if I can bring my awareness to this point where I feel that I am an energy being who is constantly happy because I am a happy being, that is my true nature because I'm energy. I'm the energy of happiness. And everything else which is related or associated with this body is like a gift. It's something which is extra given to me, including this body. Then whatever I see or whatever I have in this world, in my life, it can be my body, it can be my relationships, it can be my education, my qualification, my achievements, money, possessions, property, anything that I have is an extra. Now, with this awareness that everything is an extra, I can always maintain a state of mind of gratitude. And whenever there is gratitude, there is happiness and contentment. Because we are always grateful for what we have, and when we are grateful, we are happy and we are full, so we are content. And whatever is lacking, even if there is a thought in the mind which says this is lacking. For example, if I do not have, say, for example, if I do not have X amount of money that I think or which makes me feel that it's lacking, then the way I look at it is that it is an extra. Whatever I have is an extra. And so even if I do not have a bit from the extra, it doesn't hurt me because everything else is an extra. So when you think of it like that, the mind naturally maintains gratitude and maintains happiness and contentment. And once that once we reach that constant stage of happiness and contentment, we constantly feel and experience that we are full, there is nothing lacking. And even if there is anything lacking, it doesn't trouble us anymore because we are consciously thinking of everything as an extra, as a bonus, as a gift. So try this method. This is my recommendation. This is my personal experience or suggestion to start looking at things in this way, and so we can always constantly maintain a very happy, stable state of mind, and we can always feel content. Thank you. Om Shanti.